What's up, everybody? This is my 37 Ford shop truck project. I'm fixing to do a 4-inch top chop on it for y'all. We're gonna cut the doorpost first. I've already got my lines marked out. I've got bracing inside the cab welded up. We're fixing to cut the door tops. And once we cut the door tops, we'll probably go to the A pillars, B pillars, and then see how it fits. And then we'll work on stretching the roof. I've got kind of my own way to do it than what probably most people do. It's kind of similar to what other people do, but you'll see as soon as we get that far. Alright, here we go. Door top number one. We're going to save these because we're going to need them later. Well, good thing I have another one of these. There's door top number 2. All right. Door top number 2, and years of dirt out of the way. All right, now we've got to cut the A pillar and the B pillars. The A pillar, I'm cutting approximately 4 1/8 inches because of the way the slant is. Sometimes you have to cut just a little bit more than you would at the back. I'm doing, I guess what I would say, a traditional chop. Whereas I'm not moving the back glass. I like the mail slot back window, so we're gonna cut the back window, and whatever it is what it's gonna be. All right, here we go. I like to cut the top part first because to me it's easier. This is stronger, so it's easier to cut this section out with it leaving it on the body and cutting the roof loose first. So especially since I'm doing this by myself. We got to cut through the inner structure. I've got the outer structure cut. There's an inner structure inside there that'll need to be cut. Drop that. First cut's made there. Now let's get to the second cut. Got the first cuts made on the A pillar. Now we've got to go to the B pillar. Alright, it's hot out here. I live down in the south. Alright, next we're going to make our top cuts here on both sides, and then we should have the roof ready to come off. knock the top down on top of itself. Ta-da! There we go. The top is loose. Now the fun part. I'm gonna be getting it off here. There we go. Now we have a convertible truck, or I really messed up. Alright, now I'll take the rest of it off of each of the B pillars and the A pillars, and then we'll get to see what the chop looks like. Once we get these parts cut, set the roof back on here, and hopefully we'll have a beginning of a chop to pick up. A whole bunch of finish work still left to do. Save those pieces for later because they always come in handy, especially when you gotta fill in gaps and things. pillars off. I need some cleanup work, but it's roughly in there. That's all we're trying to get accomplished right now. And then it's showtime. We get to see what it looks like. I usually use a grinder to make my main cuts just because to me it's a little more accurate, and while it might move on you, it's not near as bad as the Sawzall. So, and then just use the Sawzall on the inner structures. Okay guys, we've got the roof sitting back up there. It's roughly in the place it's going to be. I still need to clean up the cuts and even them out a little bit more so that the sheet metal fits a little better. But that's usually what you have to do anyway, especially when you're using rudimentary tools like I am. I made my cut specific here. This is actually the same spot that the split for the windshield frame is. That way I'm hoping I can cut the windshield frame down and I won't have to do any welding on it, the plan that I have anyway, for making it fit, because I want the windshield to work in and out correctly, because the mechanisms still work pretty good. They retract and go in. So, and once you've chopped a vehicle, as I have, this is not the first time I've chopped a vehicle. I've been doing stuff like this for well over 20 years. There's limited airflow when you're driving down the road, and so we're trying to get the best that we can get. You can see the misalignment on the back of the cab right now. Here I'm going to come up and I'm going to make a cut through here and here. I may turn these, makes it easier for welding and less of a hot point, I guess you could say, in the corners. And we're going to split the roof, but I'm not going to split it quite the same. I'm cutting it back here towards the back where the curve is. It makes it a little easier to put back together. And I don't know if you can tell, and I'm going to grind off all this body filler too, but if you can see right here on my marks, I've made a mark, and there's going to be like a tab here in the middle, because there's a crown, and the peak of the crown is right there. And this tab, when the roof moves forward, I can weld this tab to the back part, and hopefully it should keep the roof up high enough where it needs to be, so that way it doesn't have a big dip in it right there, which is what you always want to try to avoid when you're trying to do things like this. I also found the center point of my back glass, as you can see in the line there, kind of. Hopefully you can see it. And that way I have, you know, reference points for how this needs to be when it's done. I'll get you a shot of the back glass right there. Kind of see sort of how the back glass is going to look, and I'll measure and make sure it's all even and everything. But I really like the metal slot back glass. A lot of people don't. Some people like to size it the same as the side windows, but a lot of my early Kustom magazines that I collected when I was a kid and still collect sometimes, a lot of the trucks back then and cars had the metal slot back windows, and I just think they're cool. And the doorposts, I cut them at a different level than this. That way, hopefully for strength wise, they're not on the same plane. That way, if this vehicle ever was in a wreck, hopefully it would help, you know, let the people survive this driving it, which would be me. But in the next episode, I will be doing the welding. We're going to get it tacked together. Right now I've just got a clamp on it trying to hold it, but we'll get it all tacked and ready to go hopefully, and that'll be the next one.